My name is Angelika Jakiela, and I'm going to read an article that I wrote. It is entitled Healthy Food, Snacks, Drinks, Vitamins, and Minerals to Internalize While Taking the Medication Clozapine to Maintain Proper Brain and Body Health while taking clozapine and to help lessen the side effects of the medication clozapine. This article was written by me, Angelika Jakiela. I myself am a university graduate that focused my studies on the life sciences. That is having to do with human nutrition, physiology, anatomy, neurobiology, etc. And I am a victim of being a patient that was wrongly given clozapine against my free will of choice by medically negligent doctors and psychiatrists that took me as a patient so they had a patient to make a paycheck, who they checked on once every 2 weeks with no respect for my health and prescribed wrongly clozapine, an antipsychotic, illegally for many years. As a patient, I was that did not need the antipsychotic medication clozapine at all and suffered brain damage and ill health from side effects. And when not enough blood left in me due to frequent blood tests and venipuncture and pain from it required while taking clozapine. The blood testing done frequently. Angelika suffered ill health in these ways for many years. I did not deserve. Angelika chose to use this knowledge and life experience to write a meal plan to help all those patients, especially those who have been given clozapine, not by free will of choice. Please be careful if you feel that clozapine is not the right medication for you or that you do not have a mental health concern to treat that affects your brain. I advise you to not take clozapine as it is more damaging to your health and brain over time, and because it is not a cure. It is not medically proven to be a cure for any mental health concern. It is always best to educate yourself about what medication you need and to get a second opinion from another doctor or psychiatrist before accepting to take clozapine. Most doctors and psychiatrists care for their patients' health, but there are unfortunately many doctors and psychiatrists that wrongly prescribe clozapine to patients and even sign and put patients on forms even against a patient's free will of choice. The doctors cannot do because it is morally wrong, ethically wrong, and disrespects the human patient's rights and free will of choice. Some medically negligent doctors or psychiatrists place humans on forms illegally to keep them illegally in mental health wards as well so they have a client or a patient to make a paycheck. If you think that a doctor is not making proper decisions about your health, make sure to find another doctor or psychiatrist that will care about your health and inform you properly if you need to take any medication, especially antipsychotic medications such as clozapine. Make sure the doctors inform you and you educate yourselves about what the medication the doctor recommends to prescribe to you is beneficial to your health or not, and if the medication has any harmful side effects that might harm the health of your brain or body, and the long term effects of taking that particular medication, if it is beneficial to your health in the long run. There is credible information online from medical research already done about clozapine, and other medications, and other medical doctors and psychiatrists are willing to schedule appointments to meet with you to discuss whether or not the medication clozapine would be beneficial to your health, and other information you need about these matters, including side effects. If blood testing is needed to make sure blood sugar and other vitamin and mineral levels, cholesterol levels, visceral fat levels, white blood cell levels, and red blood cell levels are normal while taking the medication clozapine. Frequent urine tests and blood work will leave you weak and you will not be able to do your life tasks, job, exercise, or drive vehicles when you're recovering from frequent blood work while taking clozapine. Clozapine is highly sedative, meaning the medication clozapine will cause you to sleep more and be drowsy as side effects. Clozapine negatively affects the human ability to think when given higher doses. That is why driver's licenses of patients taking clozapine are taken away before and remain taken away while taking the medication because it is not safe for them to drive. Please consider this before taking clozapine or any medication, even if a doctor prescribes it to you. Because if you start taking clozapine, you will lose your license and will not be able to drive, and will suffer ill brain and bodily health, have trouble thinking, sleep too much, feel drowsy, drool when sleeping, gain too much visceral fat on the belly area, have heart problems, have potentially high blood pressure, have problems with elevated blood sugar levels, potentially leading to diabetes in the long run, shorter life, and possibly making the white blood cells levels drop too low in some patients. Insulin levels, thyroid, other hormone levels, and cholesterol levels must be checked regularly. Other blood levels must be checked also. Clozapine makes the human body ill in many ways and requires vitamin C to be taken every day to lessen the side effects, omega-3 fatty acids, and many B vitamins as well to assist with proper mental and physical health. Also, as well, please consider that it is not worth taking clozapine and staying in a mental institution or hospital mental ward when COVID-19 is going on and its variant strains exist, because patients might not be let outside of the buildings for any reason to prevent the spread of COVID and have to stay in the hospital or mental health ward with food that does not have much nutrient value and almost nothing to do there these days and nights no human should live through. While most nursing staff care for the health of their patients, some of them do not. Please note that there are certain nursing staff that show up to work and go along with some medically negligent doctors or psychiatrists' misdiagnoses of a patient stating, of the doctor rather, stating that the patient has a mental health concern or brain problem or a physical health concern to treat, but the patient does not. Some patients are not educated in medical or health matters to know that the doctor made wrong medical decisions having to do with the patient's health, to reject the doctor's misdiagnosis and the proposed treatment that the doctor told the patient it needed when the patient did not need the medication and has no mental health concern to treat. Antipsychotic medications are considered harmful to patients' health in general and are only offered to patients if needed at low doses for a short amount of time, and cannot be given to patients for long periods of time because they damage the brain and body more than helping or healing it in any way. Dangerous antipsychotics medications such as clozapine, many potentially life-threatening side effects, should, in Angelika's opinion, be avoided. If a patient suspects a doctor of wrongly prescribing medications such as clozapine that the patient does not need, the patient has the right to refuse taking the medication by free will of choice. If for some reason a doctor or psychiatrist wrongly misdiagnose a patient with a mental health concern, they do not have the wrong they do not have rather and wrongly cannot prescribe medications such as clozapine for treatment because this is illegal and the patient has rights to decline this so-called treatment and get rights advice or legal advice about the matter if needed to stop the doctor or psychiatrist from harming their health and stop them from wrongly signing prescriptions for these medications and forms. As a word of caution, it is safer to seek advice for medical advice or to have certain medication prescribed away from hospitals to prevent being forced to stay in a hospital involuntarily or against your free will of choice. If your health or mental health is wrongly assessed by chance by a medically negligent doctor or psychiatrist there to make money or a fat paycheck while the doctor is not doing their job to assess your health properly and treat it properly in a timely manner as needed as they are supposed to, you as a human being have the right to have your health be respected at all times by every doctor, psychiatrist, and nursing staff. With a valid complaint, you have the right to take the doctor to court to challenge their misassessment of your health. Suing a doctor for medical negligence and punitive damages costs many thousands of dollars for court and lawyer fees. However, complaints can be filed to the governing colleges that hire the various doctors, psychiatrists, nurses, physiologists, and pharmacists, and other medical staff. Please note that complaints can also be filed to the main buildings that hire these medically negligent staff, the hospitals themselves, the mental health facilities also. Please note, schizophrenia is a general term. It is not the name of a specific mental health concern name with specific symptoms, and there is no mention of what part of the brain it affects. If a doctor or psychiatrist tell you you have schizophrenia, ask the doctor to tell you what mental health concern they think you have. Ask them what specific mental health concern they think you have. If they do not accept any written prescriptions for any psychiatric medication, including clozapine ever, or and make sure they don't put you on any forms so you're not put illegally and not be forced to stay in mental health facilities or hospitals because the doctor is obviously not respecting your health and trying to have a patient to see once every 2 weeks and misdiagnosing you with a mental health concern you do not have or making up a wrong one different than you have. You should tell the doctor or psychiatrist you chose to find another doctor or psychiatrist to get a second opinion from another doctor, psychiatrist that respects your health rather, to help you. Do not trust nurses or other medical staff that go along with the doctor or the psychiatrist's misdiagnosis of schizophrenia, and refuse all prescriptions of psychiatric medications such as clozapine as treatment. Never trust a doctor or psychiatrist that prescribes you any medication to prevent the relapse of symptoms, especially if you do not have any mental health symptoms or brain problems to relapse from to get later on. Be careful with a doctor or psychiatrist that mentions you might have a dopamine imbalance in the brain because there's not a medical scan that can actually prove a human having a dopamine imbalance in the brain. Please note, this is true sound advice rather, that it is healthier to go for walks outside when it is sunny and warm, to exercise regularly, to eat healthy, and to live a happy life than to take clozapine. Clozapine does more harm due to its side effects than good in the long run to the human brain and body, causing too much body weight gain, especially too much visceral fat grown in the belly, causing blood sugar levels to be too high. It damages the brain after taken for a while and lessens the life expectancy of the individual or patient taking clozapine by at least 10 years, and it is not a cure. Do not smoke while taking clozapine ever. This is a serious matter. If you smoke while taking clozapine, you will essentially poison yourself. The medication levels go up and down while smoking, and the sugar levels as well. Smoking damages the heart and lungs. Smoking increases the chance of a human being impotent and not being able to have children after. Do not drink coffee, tea, or pop carbonated beverages with caffeine in it. Do not drink alcohol while taking clozapine. Do not smoke marijuana or weed. Do not do drugs, any hardcore drugs, while taking clozapine ever, because it will make you very ill. Please note, those who choose to take clozapine, make sure to tell the doctors to give you vitamin C, to take enough vitamin C yourself to relieve the body and brain from any oxidative stresses, and to lessen the side effects caused by clozapine, to take all the B vitamins that assist in the brain and body health in many ways, and assist with lessening the side effects of sedation caused by clozapine that cause you to sleep too many hours, and the vitamin B12 to assist to lessen the drooling side effect of clozapine in the morning. Make sure you take omega-3 fatty acids every day for proper brain and heart health, and vitamin D as well, while taking clozapine, and for proper general health as well. These are the food and drink recommendations for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks for your body and brain to be healthy, and best to eat while taking the medication clozapine. Eat a sandwich with whole grain bread or the 12 grain bread. Eat some Philadelphia light cream cheese on it with some turkey slices, chicken slices, ham slices with no fat for protein and amino acids too. You can eat it with tomatoes and slice and lettuce and hard boiled and scrambled eggs also. In the morning, you can eat yogurt or cheese with a low amount of fat for calcium, which is good for your bones and teeth. And you need vitamin D with this from the sun or from vitamins. Some meal replacements, such as Slim Fast, have a lot of these vitamins needed while taking clozapine. There's one with no sugar added almost. It's beneficial when needed to supplement certain vitamins and minerals that are not found in the daily meals and help lessen the side effects of clozapine. The calcium caltrate is very beneficial to health. You can internalize frosted mini wheat cereal, Vector cereal, almond crisp, triple berry cereal. A lot of these have vitamins, minerals in the cereal added to them that are good for you and are beneficial to maintain proper health while taking the medication clozapine. You can eat cottage cheese and sweetened yogurt, Greek yogurt 2%, tuna fish, nuts, peanuts, walnuts, sunflower seeds, cauliflower, carrots, tomatoes, celery, broccoli, barley, wild rice that has all the proteins, amino acids you need, green salad or lettuce and avocados, cucumbers, and feta cheese. It's always better to eat nuts and seeds throughout the day for proper energy and have proteins throughout the day and is a healthy snack as well. You should eat the green avocados for healthy fat that is good for your heart and brain. You should take the omega-3 fatty acids to maintain proper heart and good brain health while taking the medication clozapine. The omega-3 fatty acids can also be found in fish, tuna, salmon. Make sure to intake whole grain or multigrain bread or a lot of rice with the meals before and after. Some humans prefer sushi or raw fish, and other fish have omega-3 fatty acids as well. It is best not to mix the omega-3 fatty acids with the medication so as not to make you sick. You should eat bananas for vitamin K, which is potassium. Vitamin K is good for the heart. It is good for your blood pressure and helps peel bruises. You can eat apples. If you eat a whole grain sandwich before and after an orange, you can eat an orange for vitamin C. You cannot eat an orange right after or right before the medication clozapine. So make sure you internalize some solid foods in between the medication and taking the vitamin C or internalizing an orange so as not to make you ill. Do not eat grapefruits when taking medication ever. Do not eat with any foods with lots of fat and saturated fat while taking clozapine. Do not eat any food with trans fat. Trans fat is very bad for your health. While taking the medication clozapine, eat food with low amounts of fat or with no fat and no greases. Do not eat potato chips, fried French fries, fried foods, fried rice, or any food with greases or fat while taking the medication because it makes your belly fat to level too high and makes you gain too much weight while taking clozapine. The greasy food is bad for your health and circulatory system and bad for your blood pressure. Do not eat any spicy chips or Doritos chips with pepper or barbecue sauce while taking the medication clozapine because it will make you sick or ill. Do not eat spicy food or barbecued items with spicy or barbecue sauces. If you do, eat a little bit. Barbecue sauce and spicy food once in a while, very rarely, but is not recommended. But it must be internalized with eating a sandwich or whole grain bread first in between to separate it from the clozapine. Orange cheddar cheese sun chips are very good for the health. Are recommended if someone wants to internalize a snack, chips, but not a greasy one. Is healthier while taking clozapine, and it tastes all right. Drink chocolate slim fast. It is a meal replacement with proteins, vitamins, and minerals, and it has a lot of vitamin B12 beneficial in the morning after waking up from sleeping a lot while taking clozapine. Have one chocolate slim fast after you eat a sandwich cereal with low-fat yogurt with vitamins and minerals to help prevent side effects of the medication clozapine and to help you have less side effects that make you sick from the medication and to help you stay healthy. Tell the nutritionist if you're in a mental health or hospital facility or doctor to order a meal replacement, advanced slim fast. For example, even there's one without sugar or a very low amount of sugar. They can order it for free without having the patient to purchase it. The vitamins and minerals that are needed while taking the medication clozapine are as follows: vitamin B12 in the morning after you sleep a lot because of the medication. Do not take vitamin B12 at night. Vitamin C, which is an antioxidant, which makes your body less sick while taking the medication clozapine. Vitamin C is good for your gums and your mouth to be healthy as well. Vitamin C is good to take in the fall and winter to prevent you from getting sick. The foods that have vitamin C, for example, are apples, papaya, bananas, or a small orange can be to internalize. But one has to eat a proper sandwich or dry food crackers before and after to make sure it's not mixed with the clozapine. Do not eat an orange before or right after the medication clozapine so as not to get ill. Take vitamin A and vitamin E also. Vitamin A is good for night vision as well, and to help see better at night. Vitamin E helps to thin the blood and is good for your blood pressure as well. Tryptophan is found in food to keep your serotonins in the brain levels, in the brain rather, to be healthy and keep you happy. Folic acid or folate vitamin B9. Make sure to ask the doctor to check for folic acid levels in the blood tests to make sure the results that it doesn't drop too low, the folic acid levels while taking clozapine. If they become too low, uh, the doctor might recommend to take some vitamin B9 pills or supplements. Vitamin B6 helps to make serotonin in the brain that controls if you're happy and have a good mood. The vitamin B6 helps to reduce water retention and helps to metabolize or break down proteins, carbohydrate, and fats, and to turn food into energy. Vitamin B6 is found in milk, eggs, spinach, turkey, bananas. Vitamin B8 deals with hormones that deal with mood, thinking ability in the brain, and helps lose weight and affects insulin in the body, which is also beneficial to take while taking clozapine. Vitamin B3 helps lower the bad cholesterol, the LDL cholesterol, and reduce symptoms. The foods that have vitamin B3 in it are beef, burgers, chicken, green avocados, eggs, milk, fish, nuts, seeds, and salad. Vitamins B3, B7, B6, B8, B9, and B12 help reduce or make less the symptoms of schizophrenia and or to maintain proper brain and body health. Ask the doctor or nutrition personnel for a multivitamin with all these B vitamins and vitamin C, A and E, antioxidants, and vitamin D with calcium, magnesium, and taurine. Also ask for an amino acid supplement or foods that are rich enough in proteins and essential and non-essential amino acids in them to eat, such as wild rice and brown rice. These will help maintain healthy neurotransmitter levels in the brain while taking clozapine. Do not mix vitamin C and vitamin B12 or you will become ill. Ask your doctor for a vitamin B complex or supplement if you do not have enough of the B vitamins in the food you eat. The B vitamins are very important to have from food. If there's not a sufficient amount rather of vitamin B in your diet, then B vitamin supplements are taken while taking clozapine are very highly recommended to make the brain healthier in body and to have less side effects from the medication. Ask your doctor or nutrition personnel to order the foods mentioned above and the ones that you like, so you have enough of these vitamins and minerals while taking the medication clozapine. Tell them to order the foods and vitamins and minerals needed so you do not have to pay for them yourself. And because most as patients in mental health wards don't have are on disability don't have enough money to pay for them. Calcium as well can be internalized from milk or a supplement pill or chewable form such as calcium caltrate. Calcium caltrate contains calcium and vitamin D. One needs approximately 1,000 international units every day in the winter, especially when a human doesn't go in the sun and doesn't get vitamin D from the sun. It's beneficial to take vitamin D while taking clozapine. Vitamin D binds calcium so the body can absorb it. Magnesium and taurine help absorb vitamins D and calcium in the blood to the body. Each calcium caltrate chocolate chewable exists in different amounts. So make sure to ask the doctor or nutrition personnel for a proper amount for you while taking clozapine. Each calcium caltrate chewable, for example, or calcium vitamin D supplement has to be taken at mealtime before hours before taking the medication. Milk has calcium and dairy products, cheese, low-fat yogurt, and almond milk have calcium, vitamin D, proteins, and other vitamins that are beneficial to internalize while taking clozapine. Selenium, chromium, zinc, one needs to maintain good brain health. Chromium is found in a lot of natural food sources such as green beans, potatoes, apples, bananas, whole grains, peas, cheese, corns, grapes, and meat. Chromium helps to move blood sugar, glucose from the bloodstream into the cells to be used as energy and to turn fats, carbohydrates, and proteins into energy. Selenium, the importance of selenium to is important rather to maintain human proper brain health. Selenium is required for proper mood and for you to feel happy. Selenium intake also affects metabolism, the metabolism of thyroid hormones, rather. Selenium is found in many whole grains and dairy products, including milk and yogurt, are good sources of selenium. Some ready-to-eat breakfast cereals are fortified with selenium, and some fruits and vegetables contain selenium. Pork, beef, turkey, chicken, fish, shellfish, and eggs contain high amounts of selenium. Within the brain, selenium protects from oxidative stress, endoplasmic reticulum stress, and inflammation. There is also evidence that this micronutrient supports neurotransmission by maintaining redox balance This is why it is important to have selenium from food or to take supplements of selenium while taking the medication clozapine. The chocolate Slim Fast is a meal replacement with proteins to help make strong muscles. It is needed to be intaken when not many vitamins and minerals are found in the foods. It is beneficial to take Slim Fast in the morning to have energy to do things and exercise during the day. If a patient doesn't have enough vitamins and minerals internalized from the meals they have in the morning in some medical or mental health facilities, they're recommended to intake proteins such as chicken, beef, burgers, hot dogs, turkey, or fish with no fat. Slim Fast has vitamin B12 to help reduce the side effects of medication after sleeping a lot. It's best to take the vitamin B12 in the morning and best not to take vitamin B12 supplements at night before going to sleep. Ask the doctor to give you a blood test for vitamin B12 and B9 or folic acid to make sure you have enough of these vitamins in your blood and to make sure they are not too low. The medication make vitamin B12 and B9, which is folic acid, to be low sometimes as a side effect. Make sure you test for white blood cell levels and to make sure they are not too low so that you do not get sick while taking the medication clozapine. Eat foods with healthy cholesterol or HDL, which is high density lipoproteins. Healthy cholesterol can be raised by exercising, eating healthy and eating low-fat foods, salmon, bananas, beans, legumes, avocados, whole grain bread, cereal, and whole grain pasta. Eat some snacks in between meals such as nuts, peanuts, walnuts, sunflower seeds for energy throughout the day. Also, you can eat whole grain chips, such as sun chips, are very beneficial and taste alright. The low-fat cheese sticks, for example, cheese slices with calcium and vitamin D, and low-fat yogurt or 2% small Greek yogurt, carrots, celery sticks, salad, tomatoes with low-fat salad dressing or dip, seed and nut bars with low sugar while taking clozapine. Eat spinach or cucumber dip because it has no pepper or spices in it. It is safer to eat while taking the medication clozapine. Dips and foods with peppers and spices are dangerous and are not safe to eat while taking clozapine. Eat fruits such as apples, bananas, avocados in between meals, but not right before or after taking the medication clozapine. If you eat oranges, eat a sandwich or meal before and after the oranges as mentioned. Do not mix them with the medication. Take the medication an hour later. Drink enough water throughout the day. Eat a little bit of sugar, not a lot when on medication. Only eat the cheddar cheese and other dairy products in proper timing throughout the day while taking clozapine. It is beneficial to internalize the sun chips, which are healthy, not the potato chips, which have oil, greases, or fats. Spicy chips are not good while taking the medication clozapine also. Eat a little bit of the pink salt with food. It is healthier than the white salt, the iodized salt, which is no good while taking clozapine. Only eat a little bit of the pink salt in a diet throughout the day. Never internalize too much salt. Do not eat too much salt because the blood pressure will go too high, and that is not good for your health. When you eat a little bit of salt, you will have good blood pressure and blood flowing to your heart properly. Eat some walnuts, peanuts, almonds, sunflower seeds, and other nuts to provide you with energy throughout the day and help build muscles a bit throughout the day. You need vitamin C and antioxidant to lower a lot in the winter rather, so you don't get sick, and to reduce and to make less the side effects of the medication clozapine. Vitamin C is very important while taking clozapine, so make sure that a doctor prescribes it for you or internalize the proper amount of it as a supplement while taking the clozapine helps clean your system of toxins and other oxidative stresses while taking the medication clozapine. Also is needed vitamin E and A. As mentioned, do not eat saturated fats and never eat trans fats. Trans fats are no good, are not found in most food items already, but if sometimes in tiny amounts, they are to be avoided at all times to maintain proper health rather. Food with trans fats on the package label are not good. There are low sodium soups. This means soup with low amount of salt. You can eat a low fat chili with no spices, with multigrain bread, with light or low fat cream cheese and milk after, while taking clozapine. Do not drink or internalize any drink with caffeine in it while taking clozapine ever. This is a serious matter. Do not drink Coke, Pepsi, or any pop that has caffeine in it because the caffeine in energy drinks is hazardous to a human's health while taking clozapine. It'll make you sick and make the medication level go up and down in your body. Do not drink coffee, cappuccino, or tea while taking clozapine because they have caffeine in them. And the caffeine in the drinks rather will make the clozapine medication level go up and down, which is not good for you. It is better to maintain a proper healthy level of clozapine and to eat the proper foods and internalize proper drinks that don't make the level go up or down. If you have a small amount of coffee, make sure it is decaffeinated or decaf once in a while. That is, that it has no caffeine in it. The caffeine in decaf coffee has been removed. Make sure to eat some food first and in between the decaffeinated coffee so as not to mix it with the clozapine. It's always best to eat a sandwich or crackers, some plain food. Do not mix the coffee, tea, pop with the medication because it'll make you sick. If you do internalize decaffeinated coffee with no caffeine in it, it's best to only have a little bit of sugar and milk, not cream, at approximately the same time of day, so the patient does not get sick while taking clozapine. Do not smoke while taking the medication clozapine ever. This is a serious matter because the smoking makes the medication level go up and down, become very ill. And smoking is hazardous to human lungs and heart health as well. The central nervous system, or CNS, requires a number of amino acids found in foods that have lots of protein, such as tyrosine, histidine, tryptophan, and arginine, These amino acids are used by the brain for the synthesis of various neurotransmitters: guanine, glutamate, alanine, serine, and other amino acids the brain and body needs to be healthy, especially while taking the medication. Clozapine from food and or by supplements that are needed for good brain and body health. When you eat chicken with no fat, and beef in burgers, turkey meat, pork, wild rice, and other brown or white rice, you get protein from these food items. And you have to eat foods that have some fiber in them and make you sure that you drink enough water so that your body digests them more easily, these proteins and amino acids, and absorb them more easily. So the human pass the stool more easily and not to be constipated. Some of the foods include whole grain bread, whole grain pasta, oats in oatmeal, barley, quinoa, peas, beans, and fruit. The fiber in these foods helps absorb water in the digestive tract and helps the human not to be constipated and pass the stool easily. Make sure that your body temperature is normal and warm while taking medication. When it is cold outside, make sure you wear gloves and scarf hat and a winter jacket so your skin not to become cold. If your skin and body temperature drop too low in the cold, your body will not have blood flow easily to the veins and will damage the heart and brain. It is hazardous to you while you take the medication clozapine. If your skin and blood get cold, you might get sick or get a fever later in the day, or get arthritis, which is painful to the hands near the skin later in years. And as you get older, and you don't want that to happen. You don't want to get sick this way while taking the medication. Tell the doctor, staff, or nutrition personnel what this information was mentioned in this video or the article itself that Angelika wrote about the to be given the proper foods or supplementation or meal replacements with the proper amounts of vitamins and minerals needed to help reduce the side effects while taking clozapine and to maintain proper health. Tell the physicians and nutrition personnel that don't have enough money if you don't while on disability to give proper healthy food and vitamin and mineral supplements in medical and mental health facilities for free so they can order them for you. Some items with proper nutrients, food items, and meal replacements as needed, such as Slim Fast. There's lots of vitamins and minerals beneficial to take even with low sugar content if needed while taking clozapine. If you think that your medication level of clozapine is too high or too low, please consult a physician immediately. The doctor, psychiatrist that's prescribing it. Never wait 2 weeks till they come to the next appointment or the amount of weeks or months that doctors some state. They write prescriptions, some medically negligent ones, and see patients once every week or two. If the patient thinks that they're doing better and then don't need the clozapine, they should consult the doctor or psychiatrist and ask them to lower the amount of clozapine, a safe dosage for them, approximately 25 milligrams. The most that can be lowered a week is 50 milligrams. patient does not need clozapine. It is healthier to maintain a healthy diet, to sleep and exercise properly, go out in the sun for vitamin D, socialize with clean-minded friends, be happy. That in most cases what needed with certain mental health concerns for someone to have proper brain and mental health. Unless it's a serious brain injury, then some other serious health concern, then need to consult a doctor or physician for a proper treatment or advice or counseling. But I would avoid clozapine at all costs. I've seen many patients taking it and damage the brain and health more than it does any good to them. In the long run, it damages the brain more. It doesn't help, it's not a cure. If you already have a good mood, if you're healthy, and you choose to stay that way, it's best to avoid clozapine at all costs. If you don't have any mental health concern and you're wrongly prescribed by a doctor, psychiatrist, you think prescribing pushing medications you don't need, then avoid it. Get a second opinion from another doctor, psychiatrist. So never start on clozapine because you're gonna have brain damage caused by an antipsychotic. They're prescribing you to treat something that you don't have, a mental health concern in your brain, and end up harm the brain more, and physical health with too many side effects. Thank you for your time and listening to this article. I have a written version of this article. The references are to follow what I wrote basically from life experience and knowledge, what I learned, and other medical articles, and put them together. The main vitamins that are beneficial, there are many that have to be taken to maintain proper health while taking the antipsychotic clozapine or clozaril. These vitamins and minerals I found beneficial. I took myself to help me while I was forced to take clozapine against my free will of choice illegally. I suffered for years with the side effects, but these vitamins did help a lot to reduce the side effects, mainly vitamin C, cleared out the system, and reduced oxidative stresses. On the physicality, vitamins beat all the B complex of vitamins, help the brain physicality, helped in many ways the brain, helped to think clearly while on clozapine. The vitamin D helped, and the other amino acids and proteins helped maintain proper neurotransmitter levels and proper brain health, serotonin proper levels, and dopamine levels. A proper diet is always needed while taking clozapine. It is not always easy to get one in a mental health or hospital facility, so it's better if you can afford to if taking antipsychotics such as clozapine, which I don't recommend in any way. I avoid it. I choose to get rid of it from the market. I did study different things, life sciences, and lived through personal experience, and I've seen many patients with the side effects don't need clozapine at all and suffer with the driver's license taken away, being sedated, suffering too many side effects, frequent blood drawing make them weak, impairing their thinking abilities, the medication. They can't function to do a job while taking the medication have side effects. Not easy to exercise. Body weight goes up too high. Belly fat on the belly, visceral belly fat levels grow too high. Sugar levels have to be checked, maintained, so you can't eat too much sugar, might grow too high while taking clozapine. In the long run, someone might get diabetes from it. In the long run, clozapine damages the brain more than it helps in any way. A human life expectancy is shortened and can be by approximately over 10 years. Human might live at 10 years less of their life while taking clozapine for a long term, in the long term rather, which is not proper to human health or life. A human cannot have children while taking clozapine is not safe to do, so it's something to consider, both for men and women. I hope you found this article informative and useful, and please share this article and video reading of it Angelika made with anyone who needs it, the information in the article to help them.